If you end up choosing a Mac, for example, you will end up having to purchase products that run in the cloud because most of them cannot run locally on that Mac. That may be fine, but you just have to understand that you're making a decision then to go with cloud-based products if you went with a Mac. Whereas if you go with a PC, you have a lot of different options. That's not a negative against a Mac, it's just simply the truth of where these products are right now. If you pick your software first, based on what you are trying to accomplish, that way you know which hardware it will run on, and that's just the order that you should do it. I'm Jeff Krause. My company is Solfecta LLC. And what we do is we provide specialty technology services to lawyers. Part of my presentation today, I talked about the startup technology that a law firm needs, and what you can expect to spend when you're starting a brand new law firm on equipment, which would include software, hardware, and so on. When you boil things down to what lawyers do and what they need technology to help them with, they do three things. They communicate, they need to be organized, and they need to, for lack of a better word, get paid. So essentially, those end up being software tools. So when you talk about a tool like communication, we're talking about email and word processing. When you talk about being organized, document management and case management and so on. And when we talk about getting paid, we're talking about billing software and accounting software. All of those are software tools. So when you're thinking about the technology you need to start your practice, don't start thinking, I'm going to buy this computer or I'm going to do this with this tablet and so on until you know what software you're going to run, because the hardware is really dependent on what you want to do with it in terms of running software. Pick the software first. It's the smart way to do it. If you pick the hardware first, you can potentially lock yourself into limited software choices. In terms of hardware, you need something to run these software applications, all right? So that's either a desktop PC or a laptop, or both. I happen to be a believer in both. One for getting things done in a sort of a sit-down environment with a large keyboard and large monitors and so on, dual monitors. And one that's a little bit more portable, so I can get things done, say when I'm at a seminar or at a coffee shop. You need a printer, obviously, you're going to have to print things. And I would recommend a laser printer because the consumables over time are much less and print quality is very good. I would recommend a scanner. The one in particular that I recommend is the Fujitsu ScanSnap. It runs around $450, but it's a wonderful scanner, and part of that cost is that you get Adobe Acrobat with it, which in and of itself is a $275 program. Tablets, smartphones, my advice on both of those is get something that you like, that you're comfortable with. Depending on the products you're running, almost all of them will run to some degree on those tools. Email and contact lists and so on, calendar. Those will work on any of those tools, just pick one you like. You need a fax number and you need a way to send faxes, but that doesn't mean you need to invest in a fax machine. There are so many ways to do it this year, or these days. Whether that is through a service where you pay, say, $10 a month, or it comes with your phone service. And then finally, with phones, there are just amazing things that you can do with virtual phones these days. A service that I'm familiar with is 8x8. It's one we use in our business, and basically it allows me to have all of my employees all around the country have a phone at their desk on an integrated system, just like we're sitting in the same office. But it all runs over the internet, and there are many options to do that. There are a lot of resources. The Practice 411 listserv that the State Bar offers, you can ask just about any technology question on there and somebody's going to have the answer. I participate on that listserv, and Norino Petro will still be on there once in a while. But even if we weren't, there's a lot of your co-attorneys that they can help with questions like that because they've been there and done that and had to make those same choices. Personally, I'm always available to answer questions too. My phone, I answer it when you call, so I'm happy to answer questions. Another good resource would be the Solo and Small Firm Conference that the bar offers every year at the Kalahari. I want to say it's October 23rd, the 25th this year. That's a great resource too. There's an entire track of technology sessions there and grow your business sessions. And then the ABA Tech Show, which happens in March or April next year down in Chicago. Not too far. It's a nice little getaway, and there are literally 200 sessions devoted to technology. So a lot of ways to learn this.